You know, I'm tapped in. My ears are
Hold
tapped
up.
in with
We
all
gotta
the...
restart. We're not mic'd up. My bad. That was a good ass.
Yeah, that was a great intro.
That's a wrap of the interview. Welcome to the Underground Podcast. We got a very special guest today. This is somebody who's not an artist himself, but he will be on the cover, Underground issue 7. Artist manager, Gyrvin. Thank you very much for joining us, man.
How's it going, y'all?
How are you doing so far today? Day's been good?
It's been chill. Just enjoying it so far.
It has been chill. Is this like your first kind of like photo shoot that you've ever done?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah? Good. And so the reason we really first found out about you is, you know, you got YG Dreamz Playdeville, right? So these are artists that you manage?
Yeah, you know, they're viral in their own way. You know, from their section, I heard about them. I'm like, oh, why not tap in with them?
How did you first hear about them?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a music nerd. You know, like coming in this industry, like I was getting invited to like, I worked with Adam. I didn't work with Adam 22, but I had a homie who worked with him, and he knows I'm a party head. My ears are tapped in with the scene, all these areas, right? And he would invite me. I'll get faded right there. He would talk to Adam, do the thing, and I'm like, oh fuck, I like to work here.
So that kind of was like the first thing that got you interested in just the music scene and being a part of it?
Exactly, yeah.
And so how old were you during that time? Like you were still living in LA, obviously, then.
Yeah, I was like, this was like 2017, 2016. I turned 21. I was like 2019. Like,
okay.
Around there.
So not too long, like the end of that SoundCloud wave, that Adam 22 No Jumper popping off.
That shit was big. He was interviewing all the SoundCloud legends, you know?
Absolutely. Are you still a big fan of No Jumper?
Honestly, I slowed down. That's when I was like a fanatic. Now that I'm doing more of mine, I'm kind of like slowly I like his interviews. His podcasts are very, you know, up to par, but I'm trying to do my own shit and interact with my artists more, you know, just build build with them.
Building a wave of your own, for real.
Yeah, there you go.
So now you are out in Ontario right now.
Yeah.
And what is it? That's like IE, kind of IE vibes?
And then Empire.
Yeah.
You know what, from LA, you know, where this is the biggest market. From what I'm finding about is, you know, I'm still new, but it's developing. You know, every scene is developing and they have their own party, their own street sound, melodic sound. I really like a lot of artists out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I could name a few, but...
So are YG Dreamz and Playdeville the only artists that you manage right now?
Right now, yeah. I'm trying to... Oh, man. I have, like, ADD, ADHD. I try to I get a hold of, like... I get carried away. I want to build up so fast, but they're the first two right now. That's fire.
So how did you originally link up with them? Like did you just like hit the DMs, get their number?
Yeah, you know, that's how it works right now, you know? They see what you're about and, you know, I DM'd them. I came across that one song. I found out about them on YouTube, Nothing Nice. And it attracted me, like, oh, I like it. It's authentic, you know. So
and you're just pulled to it.
I pulled to it. It was actually last year.
Like 2021?
2021.
So being like an artist manager, that's like such a unique role, you know. It's something like I've even thought about that before. Like shit, maybe I could try to do something like that. What do you think are some important characteristics for somebody to have if they're going to be a good artist manager?
Just be consistent. You know, I'm coming from the bottom. You know, I'm not really like, you know, carrying shows like that yet. You feel me? But marketing is very big. I have business cards coming up soon with their pictures on it, with their latest music video. I'm honestly like, I'm very a hype man.
Good.
I'm trying to push their best video out there. I want people to see it, you know, what they're notable about. You know, it's a good, honestly, Victorville, I don't know too much about it. I have family there, but I'm not tapped in with them as much. I only knew about them because I'll go to Vegas with my family there. But when I listen to them, I get in tune with Victorville.
What do you think makes YG and Play stand out in the Victorville scene?
They're raw, you know, like, you know, they have so much pride for where they're from. They get in tune with their personal side. You know, we're trying to stay tapped into the scene. I know online is what it is now, but some people don't come across it online. Like me, when I went to my first concert in high school, I went to go see Joey Badass, but then he brought out like all these underground artists, and then when I seen them perform, I was like, oh shit, I want to listen to him now. So like I'm trying to get them tapped out on these underground shows. One pet peeve I hate is that, oh fuck, I talk shit.
Let me hear it. What pet
These
peeve?
promoters, bro, like
Dealing with promoters?
dealing with promoters really messes me up.
Like how so? Do you have any promoter horror stories?
Just the crowd, like, it's dead.
Okay, got you. So like
with me, like, okay, I come to a concert, right? I'm not trying to say, I would like that. That should be someone's goal every time. Each time, you know what? We could have a show every year, but every month, it's kind of, we expect a big scene.
yeah, okay, I got you. So you're saying like pulling up. The worst thing is just when you put in all this work, you promote like crazy, like you go crazy on the gram, just pushing things. Like that's how I really stay up with YG and Play. Is I feel like maybe a lot through your Instagram. Mm-hmm. So you're saying like when people, you go through all this effort, you're at this show, and then you think the promoters maybe like didn't put in enough like yeah.
Later on, probably, man. I would like to do my own show with them. You know, the biggest headline, and recruit like how you guys did last show. You know, I'll for sure do it way better months prior. Maybe, you know, how like Rolling Loud, I really like that festival.
How they just promote way in advance and all that. That's a key thing. Like that's funny that you mentioned that, because like managers, you got to be organized, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a very manager type thing of you to say. So what other kind of music are you into yourself? Like, do you listen to a lot of local music? Are you into more mainstream stuff?
You know what? I used to be mainstream, but I'm more local heavy now. Mm-hmm. I like the LA scene. I like the IE scene from where they're from. The San Diego scene. I'm getting in tune with your guys' scene too.
Like the 805 world?
Who are that? Big E-Rock?
Oh yeah.
The Slum Boys?
Slum Boys. So you know, okay, so because something that's interesting is, do you know Destructive Films? You know that dude, right?
I don't know him like that, but my guy, Playdeville, has worked with him.
Yeah, so that was interesting, because like when we originally ever first met, me and you were just over the phone for that article that's in the AZ Chike Mag, issue 6 on Play and YG Dreamz. It was funny because when I interviewed Play, he had mentioned, oh, I do stuff with Destructive, and that's an Oxnard guy. Like that's an 805 videographer goat right there. And like, it's pretty funny that they're tapped in, so it makes sense that you also, you know, are tapped into that world. What do you think, are there anybody in the 805 and the Oxnard scene that you think you'd be good at managing?
I think Leo the Fool, because he's young.
Hell yeah.
I don't know his age, but he looks young.
He's pretty young. Like he was in our second issue of Underground magazine, and I think he was like 17 at the time.
What?
Yeah, so he's probably like 19 now, 19, 20 now. Yeah, I actually saw him kind of recent. Like we did the magazine with him, then we didn't keep up a relationship, but I saw him at some random like bar like last summer, and he's like a big dude now, like a grown man. Like before he was really just like a little kid, you know?
Definitely.
So are there any like managers or people in the industry that you look up to for inspiration? Like, do you know who Scooter Braun is? No? That's funny. He's like manager of like Justin Bieber. Manager of like, he owns like Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift's like rights or something. Like manager of What's that song? Do you guys know the song? I Love College. Asher Roth. Do you know that song? I Love College. You know
was
that.
his biggest hit, no?
That's the biggest hit, but like Scooter Braun was on that. When you're thinking of yourself as trying to get better at your craft, like what are some things that you can do or some goals that you have for like the upcoming year?
Videos. We live in a visual world. You know, like, I'm still a party addict. What attracts me to go to that club is the behind the scenes. I think when I put out behind the scenes, they see what we're on, and it makes people want to tune in. I might want to listen to him.
Did you like the setup and the action that we had here today? Like I saw you like filming, like having a good time. What about the underground world excites you?
Learning about networking with more people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hear about, you know, they're coming from these areas, and you never thought like someone out here will come here. You know. I don't know, you know, I'm representing myself with them, and they don't know nothing about me. You know, I never thought I would meet some guy from like another city out there, you know?
Yeah. What's your favorite experience that you've had so far managing YG and Playdeville?
You know what? They're getting like a little notoriety from different people.
Like who?
They're not too big, right? But I think when I promoted, I did an ad on Instagram, right? Some wrestler tapped in with me. I don't know if he's second division, you could say, like. And he likes Playdevilles. And from what he looks like, he has his own big audience.
Something that was really cool because like we first met you, and then you were telling us, I have these artists, YG and Playdeville. And then after really doing a lot of research on them in order to make that article for Last Mag, I was kind of blown away by like how poppin' they are on YouTube. Why do you think that they have such a big audience on that platform?
Honestly, it's promotion, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I pay for promo.
You have to, everyone, right?
Before I tapped in with him, you know, it's not a big word of mouth type of scene, right? Like how R3 the Chillin' Man, it is actually spreading out these parties. But we're one of the guys that we're not getting that notoriety. You know, we gotta do the long shot, the long road, you know.
Absolutely. Do you see yourself managing YG and Play for a long time?
You know what? Hopefully, you know. Hopefully we do. I do hear about like short-term contracts, you know, upside downs, and you know, that's life. But hopefully we do. Like, I'm still young. I'm relevant. I try to stay relevant, consistent.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 26 tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You same age as me. I'm 25.
No way.
Yeah. Do you think I was older?
Yeah, you look way older, bro. You look like you're in your 30s, man.
That really, it's the beard. It's the beard. You know what I'm saying? What is that relationship between you and YG and Play like? Like, I thought that you guys were like best friends. You grew up forever, but I found out like no, you just kind of tapped in with them at a later point. What is that relationship like?
It's cool, bro. It's ongoing, you know. I'm trying to make it authentic, real. You know, they work on they have a lot of singles that I'm trying to push. You know, no one else is, you know, besides them, who else is gonna do it, help them out, you know? That's where the manager comes in. You know, I was doing research and like Myro, and the manager finds them, you know.
For real, the manager plays a big role, and kind of like you hinted at, one of the first roles that a manager plays is just the hype man, right? Like at the end of the day, the people right in the camp, the energy starts there. And so when they have a new drop, are you like what's your strategy when Play and YG drop? What do you do? What do you take on? What do you think's like your responsibility?
Tap in with like, okay, for example, you guys are a resource. Tap in with you guys. You guys have a good platform, you know. There's other pages out there, other blogs. But I always show love to the people that show love back. it's the best way, you know. I am working on business cards. I'm planning to post them, honestly, around here.
Yeah, LA.
LA.
Because I feel like they would fit very well in the LA scene, you know?
Yeah, and they're street, and they do have that ear for that sound. Maybe one day I'll get a billboard.
A billboard? That we've thought of that too for underground before, like getting a billboard. It's like just such an interesting, cool, unique way to advertise, you know?
And it's in people's faces, like they can't really run away from it. They're like going to work or gonna go out, and they just see it. You know?
Have you ever yourself tried making music?
I've only been I've been in tune in the studio, but I'm not really good at like the tempo and when to go, when to stop.
Yeah.
I have short-term memory, bro. Like,
Do you?
that's one thing about me.
So it's hard for you to like just get in a studio and
I'm an
rap?
introvert, so my cognitive skills, I gotta like remind myself what to say.
Is that like a constant challenge? Like being an introvert and being in the hip hop world, it's like kind of a controversial thing, right? Like, cause you gotta be, everyone is so outgoing and just going out all the time, partying, whatever, networking. Is that like a struggle that you find yourself like every day just having to push yourself?
It is, bro. I have no problem like explaining my flaws or like being myself. I'm more like, I gotta be there with you to talk about the experience. It is what it is, you know, like, I don't know, I probably get it from my dad's side or something. Or my mom, I don't know.
So when did you make the move from Los Angeles to Ontario?
Oh, 2019.
Do you like it out there? Like, who do you stay with? Do you stay by yourself?
Not yet, bro. I still stay with my folks.
Me too. Me too. It happened. Despite I look 30, but no, just kidding. That's fine.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing, especially in this world. We gotta save and put as much money as we can towards our craft. You know.
Yeah, even though like the majority you run into, you gotta, you know, the people look, they would think you're on your own, but at one point I'm gonna have to look out for them. I help out.
So when we hit you up and presented the opportunity, like, yo, you could be on the cover, right? And you're our first ever manager that we've had on the cover. What were your thoughts? Was that like surprising to you? Does it feel good to kind of represent the manager aspect, kind of a overshadowed part of the hip hop game?
It does, cause like it makes my team, it makes our team even stronger. Like who else is tapped in? Look at all the greats, like ASAP Mob. Their whole group is like out there. Everybody kind of knows who they are. Who else? Wu-Tang. I don't know their managers, but you know, everybody's team has to be in tune, cause that's how everybody gets popping.
Do you have like a team name that you guys call yourselves?
You know what? Not yet.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Man.
Fire, bro, fire. Well, what can you leave the people with in terms of what they can expect from YG Dreamz, from Gyrvin, and from Playdeville as we head into this new year? Do you guys have stuff planned or scheduled, or have you had any brainstorm sessions?
There's music coming. I really want to carry a fucking hype, a wave. I want everybody, like, when I come across, I don't know, a party scene, that they've heard about them, you know? That's what I'm targeting right now.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, I believe in it. I believe in it. I fuck with what you guys got going on. Victorville, Ontario. What's that drive like? Is that like...
An hour?
It's an hour, so it's close. It's close. You're right in the area.
Yeah, it's not too far.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming through, bro, and doing this and being part of the magazine. I'm excited to have you with this and to develop content for a manager. You know, so many times I'm just editing videos and stuff, and it's the same formula: rapper, pick one of their songs, whatever. So it's nice to have like a change of pace, you know.
Okay. Hey, fuck. Wait, Popsky has his own artist, though, right?
So Popsky manages actually Preach It to Him Chris, who was the dude playing the guitar earlier.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, but Popsky's an artist himself too, you know.
That's big.
We gotta, and like we were saying before the interview, like I would love to do some Victorville stuff, bro. Like
We should, dude. It's in the works. We gotta make it happen.
we gotta make it happen. Like Victorville is such a dope scene. It's close also, you know, it's not like we gotta drive 10 hours or something. Like it's a good market, I think, for underground to tap into, and I think that the underground world is good for y'all to get
Yeah,
with too.
vendors. Promote it well.
Promote it well, y'all. Well, Gyrvin, my guy, I appreciate you sliding through and doing your thing.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to what you got for this upcoming year, for real, because you guys are on a dope wave, and it's cool to have you and YG part of this, man.
You heard that, yo? Peace out.
I appreciate y'all. Underground Magazine, Andrew Mason, my boy Gyrvin. Let's get it.